Welcome to Hero Villains. So who do you think would win, Deathlock or Cyborg? Victor Stone, better known as Cyborg, is a superhero from the Justice League. He was once a talented athlete until a tragic accident destroyed most of his body. His father, scientist Silas Stone, saved his life using advanced technology from S.T.A.R. labs, turning Victor into a cybernetic being with artificial intelligence and the ability to connect directly to any electronic system. Cyborg possesses incredible strength, ultra-durable metallic skin, plasma energy weapons, flight capability, and the power to communicate with every form of technology on the planet. Deathlock is a title carried by several individuals in the Marvel Universe, with the most famous being Luther Manning. After dying in battle, he was resurrected as a cyborg assassin created by the government. Deathlock's body is enhanced with military-grade cybernetics, giving him superior strength, lightning-fast reflexes, long-range weapon systems, and a built-in artificial intelligence that constantly battles with his human consciousness for control. Before we dive deeper into the analysis, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you so much for your support. Victor Stone was the only son of scientists Silas and Eleanor Stone, both from S.T.A.R. labs, people who firmly believed that science could elevate humanity. However, their endless pursuit of research made Victor feel abandoned. While Silas and Eleanor poured their hearts into their projects, Victor grew up feeling like nothing more than a byproduct of their experiments. Even though he inherited their brilliance and sharp intellect, Victor carried deep emotional scars. To escape the shadow of science and find his own freedom, he turned to sports. He became an outstanding athlete, something that deeply disappointed his father. But fate had other plans. One day, while visiting his parents at S.T.A.R. labs, a primal energy being from another dimension broke free during an experiment. Silas tried to seal it back, but it was too late. The entity killed Eleanor and left Victor critically injured. In a desperate attempt to save his son, Silas used untested cybernetic technology to rebuild him. Victor's body was reconstructed with metal and circuitry, a fusion of man and machine. From a young man full of dreams, he became a symbol of tragedy. The fear and rejection he faced from others after his transformation filled him with anger. The horrified stares, the whispered judgments, it all pushed Victor to his breaking point. In despair, he left everything behind and disappeared into Hell's Kitchen, a place ruled by darkness, poverty, and crime. There, he lived in silence, trying to forget who he once was. It was in Hell's Kitchen that he met Raven, a woman with the gift of empathy and deep understanding. She saw in Victor more than just a body of metal. She saw a soul yearning for redemption. Raven invited him to join the Teen Titans, a group of young heroes who, like him, carried both power and pain. For the first time, Victor felt true acceptance. He was no longer a product of science, but a teammate, a friend, someone valued and respected. Victor remained with the Teen Titans for a long time, fighting alongside them through countless battles. But tragedy struck again when a group called the Church of the Horned Lamb captured the entire team. The biggest shock for Victor came when he discovered that their leader was Jericho, a trusted ally who had betrayed them. In the brutal assault that followed, Victor was launched on a missile that crashed deep into Russian territory, leaving him gravely wounded. The severe brain damage reduced him to a walking machine with fragmented memories. Months later, his mind slowly began to recover as he struggled to rediscover who he truly was, caught between the fragile line separating man and machine. After all the pain and loss, Victor Stone decided to start over. He left the Teen Titans and moved to the West Coast in search of a new purpose. He fought alongside the Flash during the Our Worlds at War crisis, where heroes from across Earth united to defend the planet from cosmic threats. During that time, he began using the Golden Omega Drome, a highly advanced technology that granted him a more refined cybernetic form. After the war, Victor settled in Keystone City, the Flash's hometown, where he continued to fight for justice. But fate tested him once again when he faced the Thinker, a sinister artificial intelligence plotting to seize control of the city. In the battle, Victor suffered major damage. His systems completely shut down, leaving him once again in his cold, silver machine form. Not long after, another disaster struck. A mysterious android from the future named Indigo suddenly attacked the Teen Titans and Young Justice. The violent clash cost the lives of Troya and Omen. Consumed by guilt and responsibility, Wonder Girl, Robin, Impulse, and Superboy decided to reform the Teen Titans with a new team, guided by veteran heroes like Cyborg, Starfire, and Beast Boy. In the fierce battle against Indigo, Cyborg was critically injured once more, forcing him to undergo a complete upgrade of his entire cybernetic system. His body was rebuilt with the most advanced technology, making him stronger than ever. Over the years, Victor Stone had witnessed the Teen Titans form, fall apart, and reunite countless times. He even joined the ranks of the Justice League of America alongside several of his old teammates, becoming a bridge between two generations of heroes. One day, disaster struck when the villain David Graves suddenly attacked the Justice League, forcing Cyborg and his teammates to journey into the Valley of Souls. In that mysterious place, the line between life and death blurred, and Victor felt something trying to pull his soul out of his body. There, he came face to face with a ghostly version of himself, a human-shaped apparition claiming that Victor Stone was already dead, and what remained was nothing more than a machine wearing his face. But Victor soon realized the dark deception behind those words. Together with the Justice League, he fought and defeated Graves, reclaiming his sense of self. More importantly, he finally began to forgive his father, understanding that the desperate act years ago came from love and a father's unbearable pain. When the Trinity War came to an end, Victor Stone faced the greatest agony of his life. His entire cybernetic system was violently torn apart when Grid, a malicious software virus hidden deep within his body, finally revealed itself. Grid had been implanted by Atomica as part of the crime syndicate of America's grand plan for domination. Victor realized that the very technology he had trusted had betrayed him, ripping away what was left of his human body and leaving him barely alive. Atomica, who had been acting as a spy within both the Justice League and the Justice League of America, coldly revealed the horrifying truth. She admitted that she was the one who poisoned Superman by implanting green kryptonite into his nervous system, then manipulated his heat vision to make him unknowingly kill Dr. Light. Hearing her confession shattered Cyborg. The pain of betrayal cut deep, not just because of Atomica's lies, but because he realized he himself had been used as a pawn in a larger scheme. Atomica delivered one final blow by revealing that Victor had also betrayed the Justice League, since Grid, the program she created, had taken over his body completely, turning him into a hollow shell controlled by his own corrupted software. The sight left every hero frozen in shock and horror. The crime syndicate of America, originating from Earth 3, began their invasion, using the information Atomica had gathered to strike down every heroic force on Earth. In the chaos, all that remained of Victor Stone was his human soul, bare, broken, and stripped away from the metal body that once stood as a symbol of hope and faith. Now let's move on to Deathlock, but before we do, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a lot, and you are truly amazing. Thank you so much. Michael Peterson was born on the 28th of August, 1979. He was an ordinary man living a simple life with his wife and young son, Ace. He worked hard at a factory to provide for his family, but a serious workplace accident left him with a severe back injury and unable to continue working. As financial pressures grew, his wife couldn't handle the burden and eventually left, forcing Michael to raise his son alone. Despite the hardship, the love between him and Ace became his greatest source of strength. During his long and painful rehabilitation, when hope seemed nearly gone, Michael was approached by a woman named Raina. She introduced herself as a representative of a secret organization developing an advanced treatment that could completely restore his health. Raina took him to meet Debbie Hines, a brilliant yet mysterious scientist who personally injected him with a serum called Centipede. The serum combined advanced extremist technology but was dangerously unstable. After receiving the injection, Michael began to feel dramatic changes in his body. His muscles became harder, his strength soared, and for the first time in a long while, he felt powerful again. From a man crushed by life's misfortunes, Michael Peterson now carried within him a new, untapped energy, opening the door to a new path. One afternoon in Los Angeles, Michael and Ace were at Mr. Poppy's toy store. As Ace's eyes lit up at the sight of Avengers action figures, Peterson smiled and asked whether he wanted Iron Man or Captain America. Ace shook his head, saying those toys were too expensive. That simple, heartfelt moment suddenly turned into destiny when a powerful explosion echoed nearby. Debbie Hines' lab, where the Centipede serum was being developed, had exploded after losing control of an experiment. Without hesitation, Peterson rushed toward the chaos, believing he could save lives. Among the rubble, he found Debbie Hines unconscious. Acting on instinct, he carried her out and leapt from the collapsing building just seconds before it erupted into a massive fireball. When he landed, the impact cracked the pavement, yet he remained standing, his enhanced body barely shaken. He placed Hines somewhere safe, then slipped away to find Ace, keeping his identity hidden beneath a hood. However, his heroic act didn't go unnoticed. Skye, a young woman investigating the Centipede organization for a group called Rising Tide, had recorded the entire rescue and started tracking down the mysterious hooded hero. Later, when Peterson stopped by Ruthie's Skillet to ask about a job at the Los Angeles Daily Edge, Skye approached him. At first, he was cautious around the stranger, but Skye quickly revealed she knew he was the man who had saved Hines from the explosion. She warned him that he was being watched and advised him to use his new heroic image to protect himself. Peterson tried to deny it, but the confusion and fear in his eyes gave him away. Deep down, he knew that his normal life had ended the moment of that explosion. After his encounter with Skye, Michael began to believe that an organization called S.H.I.E.L.D. was hunting him. When he misunderstood her mention of the S.H.I.E.L.D. as a reference to a weapon, Skye smiled and clarified that she wasn't talking about Captain America's emblem, she was referring to a real global intelligence agency. She told him that S.H.I.E.L.D. had been involved in the Battle of New York and had known about the Chitauri invasion before it happened. Her words left Peterson shaken and afraid. He didn't know whether he was being watched, manipulated, or trapped in something far bigger than he could imagine. Seeking answers, Peterson decided to visit Debbie Hines at the hospital, the woman he had risked his life to save. Carrying a small bouquet, he hoped to show his gratitude and concern. Hines appeared genuinely happy to see him walk into the room, her face glowing softly in the afternoon light. But the moment the nurse stepped out, that warm smile vanished instantly. Hines rose from her bed, her eyes filled with anger as she accused Peterson of drawing unwanted attention to their organization through his reckless actions. What terrified Peterson most was when Hines revealed a horrifying truth: his body was slowly losing control due to an overdose of the Centipede device, and if it continued, he could explode at any moment. He froze, realizing that the power he once believed was his salvation had now become the very thing that might kill him. When the last Hydra agents were finally captured and Ace was reunited with his Aunt Mindy, Peterson stood at a distance with Skye, too ashamed to approach and afraid of how his son might react. Once everyone was safe, Deathlock hacked into the Quinjet's control system and piloted them out of danger, while Hunter and Coulson talked about the rush of excitement from his sudden rescue. Later, Deathlock appeared just in time to save Phantom X, who was being hunted by a squad of Deathlock troopers after they had stolen the world from him. The two quickly teamed up and reclaimed control of the world from Captain America Lock before being discovered and assisted by the X-Force team. At first, Deadpool assumed Deathlock was just another leftover mechanical soldier, but Wolverine, relying on past experience, confirmed his true identity. Afterward, Deathlock joined forces with Captain America to gather more intelligence. Together, they discovered that the Deathlock troopers originated from a grim future, where superheroes were hunted down and forced to merge with Deathlock technology to survive. In that dark timeline, Apocalypse had ordered a scientist named Father to create Weapon Infinity, the Deathlock Trooper Army, designed to travel back in time and eliminate Phantom X. Realizing the threat, Deathlock and X-Force infiltrated the world to stop Father and destroy his army. During the mission, Wolverine and Deathlock teamed up to track Father, but were ambushed by hybrid versions of Wolverine and Deadpool fused with Deathlock cybernetics. In the fierce battle that followed, Deathlock unleashed laser claws resembling Wolverine's and took down the Deathlock version of Deadpool, while Wolverine was forced to confront a twisted version of himself. As the fight reached its peak, Deadpool located Father's hideout and killed him, erasing the entire Deathlock trooper army from the timeline. After the victory, Deathlock advised Phantom X to destroy the world to prevent anyone from abusing its power in the future. However, Phantom X refused, believing the world could still serve a greater purpose to advance evolution and protect humanity from future disasters. Deathlock remained with the team as the guardian of the world, which was kept inside Cavern X. Despite his strength, he was soon left vulnerable when Magneto infiltrated their base, having learned of its existence and seeking their help. If we put them side by side, Cyborg could easily crush any standard version of Deathlock. In many future timelines where Deathlock appears, he's often created as a weapon of control, programmed to capture and recondition both heroes and villains, turning them into soulless instruments of war. From those experiments came terrifying hybrid versions, like Abomination fused with Deathlock, creating monstrous half-human, half-machine warriors. Even so, not even such a powerful hybrid could easily overpower Cyborg, who carries within him some of the most advanced technology on Earth. Unlike Deathlock, who relies mainly on combat programming and implanted data, Cyborg possesses adaptability, independent thought, and the ability to connect directly to every digital system on the planet. He can access satellites, analyze battle strategies in real time, and unleash energy weapons with destructive power far beyond human limits. Cyborg's true strength doesn't just come from his mechanical parts, it lies in the fusion of human intelligence and living technology, allowing him to rebuild, upgrade, and even infiltrate his opponent's processors. In a real fight, it would take only a few seconds for Cyborg to hack into Deathlock's control system, shutting down all his functions and turning him into nothing more than a pile of metal. This ability makes Cyborg the perfect embodiment of technological dominance, of being capable of turning any war machine into a pawn under his control. Cyborg is the safer bet to win this battle. I hope you enjoyed this showdown. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Follow me if you'd like to see more. That's the video for today. Thank you so much for watching.